Hey, Sardonyx. Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot to run the overlay. Now it's running. You can claim the first now. Hello, everybody. All right, it's been a while. Hopefully everyone will bear with me through my absences here. I was trying to get my health all taken care of. Yesterday I was at the physio, and apparently I have frozen shoulder. My tendonitis progressed onto frozen shoulder, which she said could take like 8 months to get over. So that's fun. I can copy your homework then. We can fail together. Cheers. Yes, the stream title. I neglected Worlds. Like a month ago, we talked about playing a game or two a day to get prepared for it. And now my team is due tomorrow. Or Thursday. My team's due Thursday. Hey, Jason. You can't get claws with KOs. You can't get claws with KOs. All right, let's get this team into the queue. I want a Griff Dwarf, though. Our first game was a freaking draw against other dwarves. I think it was a draw. Let's go plus 300 so we can actually get dwarves. So we can actually get Griff, I mean. See, I didn't want to do that because I wanted to get this guy leader. But I noticed I didn't get a touchdown on him, so I'm guessing we lost, not draw. Yeah, we lost. Oh yeah, we got crushed. He had a guard. It was not his first game. Yeah, I think we have to stay... Oh, it's at 0. Didn't I literally just change that? I went to go change it back. Maybe it's a user interface bug. Yeah, 0. If I go back in, I bet it's 300. No, it's 0. Okay. But yeah, I need to get 2 touchdowns on intentional foul here to get the leader first. So we can actually have a reroll, and then we start griffing. Jason, dude, I still smile. Good to see everybody. You know what else happens Thursday? The new Eldar cards. I saw you posted that on in the Discord there. Is it are Eldar the last to actually get an expansion from the original? I feel like the other ones all have gotten expanded. Jaylee, if you got your team submitted, can I copy your homework? I assume you want to keep it secret, and that is perfectly fine. Possible to join. Oh, I must have to expensive mistake. Yeah, I remember you mentioning there were no new cards for Eldar the whole time. They do their expansions weird in that game. A lot of card games end up doing it differently. My least favorite way is trickling. Like Storybook Brawl did it with like, here's a patch and there's one new hero and 3 new cards and 1 spell. Like if that felt awful to me. It's just such slight changes. It was hard to get excited for, but they would pair that with balance changes. So like, you know, just taking some power out of cards and maybe buffing a couple. And I felt like that did not introduce like the fun of new discovery, but completely had a big negative of just like ruining what you knew. Like I did not enjoy that at all. Warforged is the only place I've seen like adding a whole new color every major expansion and then trickling out like a dozen cards into the old colors. Like twice in between each expansion. Which I don't it's been fun. I guess I have enjoyed it, but it's way different than like a Magic set where it's just like everything's new. I mean, the philosophy of a Magic set was basically a standalone game. The very first Magic expansion had a different card back for a while in development because you actually were not allowed to mix the cards. That's how much of its own game it was. I'm glad they went against that, but that does sum up like how independent they were, like whole they were. Let's get these guys spinning. So for Worlds, I've been thinking Necro is the closest to the playstyle I like. Like I have almost no experience at this stupid low team value. It's just such a different game. Where's my NAF Necro? I'm pretty sure we made one. We made a whole bunch of NAF teams during the subathon. Oh, I have filters. Theory crafting Necro. Let's be it. Found it without the filters. No, this is 1.7. So this is just how good can you do at 1.7. Maybe we never theory crafted a Necro. But like actually getting a Mighty Blow, Claw, Werewolf, I think mimics the type of level I'm good at. So slapping Mighty Blow on one of the werewolves and maybe like a Dirty Player Zombie could actually get us some removals. World's testing, there we go. We did have one. Yeah, you don't get very much. So you, if you take the Mighty Blow, it looks like you get 5 extra skills. Not great. You don't have to worry about team value efficiency. So like, I did have to think of the thought of like maybe we just want to drop a ghoul or a werewolf. But you don't need to do that. There's no efficiency. There's no inducements. Use it or lose it. I guess what you could do is maybe do a cut so you can get a bench. Oh, we found about it. Like, that's not a lot of skills. Ooh, Skaven, nice. This should be quite possible to get leader. My goal this game is not even to win. I want to get leader so we can start griffing. So like if we receive, I'm just jamming the ball in on turn 3. Like, me wants his touchdowns. Which is honestly probably a much better way to play on the ladder in general. Like, you don't need to sprint to masters. You kind of do with some like wood elves before your team explodes. But in general, like, you'll develop your team better if you just jam that 2-turn touchdown in. You'll lose more games, but you'll gain more SPP. Like, it's really hard to get like a 3-4 victory if you stall. Hey, VHS. right, a gold opponent. We don't care too much about that. Do you have any levels? He does not. 3 games in with no levels. I guess there's 2 loners, so for his sake, hopefully there's just a couple missed next games on whatever has actually gained levels. Shoulder's hurting. Grab the controller. The ergonomics of my battle station are not great. Physiotherapist, let me know that too. Okay. With the controller. My instinct was to grab the mouse to do this. Which would be a lot easier, but... They're off the mouse. Gotta do the... Gotta do the grass clipping here, too. It's fine. Save this. No elves. No elves. Which also applies to skating. I did do the grass. And I somehow didn't save it with the controller. Up. Did your dice streams go through, Thud? When did you do it? I can bring up the, Zoop. My activity feed. Refresh it. We had a couple of 1 day ago, but they were not you. There was a someone on Monopoly. That doesn't help. Even though the campaign's done, I still get the notifications for it. Purple Shard and Raid Shadow Legends, that really doesn't help. There's a someone 15 3 days ago. There's still a bunch of people working on it. I don't see a Thud in particular, though. If you knew when you got your last goal, we could see if the anonymous one lines up. All right, Dwarves tank hit. Fouls before ball. Not caught. Made a clump. Can I surround this? The runner could get to there and block that square. I think I can actually get this surrounded. Pass farm.
Yum free.
Hey, Piano.
Free ball.
3 cheers for lost homework. The dog ate my homework. I'll take a go for it to actually get that one tagged. Oh, is there a bonus punch? There must be a way to, like, yeah, blitz that guy. Boop, boop. Slow down with the movement, everybody. That's the assist. That guy's doing a go for it. This guy's going to have to go over there and be the assist, but we can do that after. We might end up both downing this guy. Bonus punch. Oh, this actually gets that back one tagged, too. don't have to do the go for it. Get a stun. We got a heck of a surround. Nowhere to dodge to either. Oh, well, I guess he blitzes this and then he has his place to dodge to. Maybe not worth exposing the runner. Oh, he put me in the hole. Back to nowhere to dodge to. Our opponent has no reroll. We're both 0 rerolls. I might have missed him. I wasn't paying attention to the line hits, so he might have used it. What? Damn. Blood dash is down. The loner. Awkward. Sometimes you roll 10s. 10 and 11. He fouls -3. +2. -1 on the foul. Not caught. Alright, we can blitz this gutter runner. Bonus hit here. Oh, there's a Dicey Dream coming through live! Nice! An anonymous 6. I don't know if I want to 3-die this. That's what I'm debating here. Definitely do that. I guess a lot of these guys just don't... They can't really get meaningfully into this blob anyway. I need this guy here. So these two could end up just touching the grounded guys or unlocking the 3-die. I think we unlocked the 3-die. That's a lot of pows. I can triple pow. She's magic. Fails to break armor, though. I'm getting knockdowns with every swing, but I'm not getting armor breaks. But the clock goes up. Like, 4 minutes on the clock for that. You're unfortunately significantly negative now. A little bit of a potato. I think I can find some dice on the ball here. Oh, he just freed one of his rats, though. Kind of. To dodge its way out of there. Oh, he's still the blitz. He's going to be fine. That face. Can't hit with this guy. Also marked. No, solo marked. Gotta blitz him. Put this guy here. I want to get this runner back as a safety. Probably back to here for that hit, actually. Which means we're not going to get this guy hit. So we could actually do... We could punch up and get him free. Whatever that does for me. Do we get around here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could one die the ball. This POW would let me go get onto the ball. But to get this guy back as a safety, we do have to go through it. Yeah, let's do the blitz here. I'll still try to get the blitzer to go tag the ball carrier. Or we could one die the thrower. I think I'll one die the thrower. That's the dwarven way. Take the one die hit. One die, pal. My first removal on the one die? Let's go! I'm glad I took the one die hit. Good, good. Shutting another Blood Bowl 2 League? You wanted 16-16 foul game with Amazons? Nice. 13 Linos, 2 rerolls, an Apothecary, and a bribe pitch. Nice. I don't know if he wants to stall, if that was just natural range. I'm getting some not want to stall vibes from this game for some reason. Maybe it's the 0 rerolls. His one die fails. Because we have the best skill in the game. Got him with the block. This all play out here. I We punch this, and then that guy blitzes that. And then we should be able to get the other hits around the wheel. Smashy, smashy. Nice. Some SPP. Had lost a dwarf, but the team is growing. Nope, skulls. I gotta move my guys more with the 0 rerolls. I wasn't quite sure where I wanted these after the blobbage. I mean, this guy covering him is fine. This guy, I could have put here just for after this hit. Probably want to knock it to there anyway. Got a runner's going to gang up on my runner. Install. That removal was pretty sweet, though. Hey, gaming dad. They one die. They stall in one die. I honestly didn't expect the stall. I thought he was going to score. I am surprised. Not too surprised everyone stalls. Hey, Redbed, thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. We're playing our 0 reroll dwarves. Our opponent's got an interesting stall here. Runner versus 3 gutter runners. I should be able to get some resources back here to scare him in, I think. Yes.
I got a fever.
Might be enough right there.
And the only prescription is more Jack Bull.
Up for this hit. Put him there so we get the surf next turn. Hey, Jack Bull. Welcome, welcome. Boop, 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 boop. I'll bet you he scores next turn. I was surprised he stalled that last one. Tackle on both sides of the field. Gotta assume this has made him uncomfortable enough to score. All right, so I don't think we gauntlet run. we could gauntlet run. We are 0 rerolls, so that seems rather unlikely to work. I think we just try to blitz our way through. Also doesn't seem too likely to work. I duel him? I'm going to duel him. Okay. I need to level this guy, though. We badly need to get leader. Hey, Noggy. The 2 SPP for murdering the gutter runner wouldn't even do anything. I really wanted that duel, though. Super Ninja, you almost finished the Imperial Guard path? Nice. Doggy, new team 400. Congrats. Which team are you playing? Tom Tech, you picked up a box of Chaos Chosen. Nice. Good pick. You chose well. You're going to paint them up like the team I have on the top page? Nice. Share pictures when you get it done. I'd love to see that. 4-0 with 10 blocker, 1 runner dwarves. You even got the blitzers? Hardcore. Alright, not a stall. Got this guy's exercise, though. I wonder if he's in this for the running yards. Doing one of the weekly quests. That's secretly the thing that daily quests, and in our case weekly quests, actually add to a free-to-play game is it makes you play badly. so that your opponents get a free win. So like in Hearthstone, it makes you play the faction you don't have any cards for yet. Your opponent doesn't realize that you're playing under a handicap either. All right, 3 turns to score here. We will likely have to use one of these guys. Our blitzers as a handoff recipient. Maybe not. If it kicks forward, we can just do a go for it on the runner. Not bad for training. Back. Good kick for us, though. Picked up wrestle on this game. Fouled a lot. Surprised didn't go dirty player. Need my scoring threats. I get terrified of skulls as those dice are rolling for some reason. Nice! Another line rat down. Good. Mashy smashy. Death! We got one. Dead. Oh, we got wrestled by the wrestler? Gonna pick dirty player. And we have a go for it blitz. Wonderful. We gotta do the ball first. Go for it. Carefuling. Free movement. Grabbing speed. So much free movement. Do we do another free movement with him? Yeah. Maybe I was supposed to. I didn't even check. I don't know who's the front of the cage next turn. It's the blitzers get deep enough. Maybe you can't use both of them, though, unless he just vacates the midfield. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I need to get to the logo. If I can touch the logo, I can score without a go for it. So probably going to have to go over this way. But these linos are also able to be the front of that cage. 1 die blitz. Interesting. Does not get him through. Mark the ball. Four more levels and you'll be at 1 million team value. Dwarves are cheap. all touchy-feely. I wasn't going to be able to go that way anyway. I guess if he overbases, then he does leave the midfield open. It's kind of what we're seeing. I don't like the thrower there because my linos who got wrestled down have nothing to do other than give this assist. But he should have been farther up here. They just gave these guys something to do. One, two, three, four. This guy blitzes here, stands here. Then we get that punch. And then these two go up in sideline cage for the ball. Seems pretty fair. There's not a lot that can get back in front of me. And then I have... I guess a one die here. And this punch as well. We use our tackle. Nice. Oh, done optional. Tackle on optional. Apparently they fixed the optional skills. I will use the tackle skill. Not a lot that this guy's going to be able to do. I'm not doing the go for it. The one die's a lot better. Invisible attack. I can see you both down. Sneak attack.
Out in the street, they call it murder.
Hey, Vonru. Murder slowed down a little bit there, that turn. That's all right. We can murder one every other turn. I'm okay with that rate. You're leveling your dwarves up. Mighty blow, guard, stand firm. Yeah, that's a good build order. Yeah, and armor after that. Hey, crap. Back on at 8 times? Yeah. I've just been get streaming when I can. Not settled into an actual schedule yet. We get red die surfed. God damn it. Oh no, we don't. No, we don't. It's fine. It's not a 2 die hit. Oh, it's so fine. It's so fine. I mean, brain parts like that is part of why I haven't been streaming. I honestly thought that was bad for me. You just jam that in. Oh, the fatigue's been real. And the shoulder pain. Kitesers standing up a NAF league? Ooh. Same rules as World. NA time zone. Ooh. How come what's the difference from the other, like the actual NAF one? Why second league? Is this one better? Does it have blackjack and dancers? I still have 2 teams in the top 10? Really? I didn't check. No, I think I knocked them both out. I think I've played games with both and they both actually died. Both my Chaos and my Orcs have 2 of the Strength 4 players reset to nothing. It's a struggle trying to level them again at high team value. Oh, it's a league, not a ladder. That's a big difference. Group stage and then a knockout bracket. Gotcha. That might actually be good to make me do some practice. But Worlds is freaking starting next week. I failed to do my homework. All right, so we tied their drive. We murdered a lot of Skaven. This seems really good. And we got our first of 2 touchdowns here on intentional foul. Oh, he's up to 5 because he killed that gutter runner with the skull. Exhausted chasing the kid around all day? That's gotta be a task. I assume exhausted is the least of it. Hopefully you find the rewarding moments a big enough positive to make it well worthwhile. Smash. To blast to no time though, yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. Nobody to blitz here. Grab a little bit of territory. It's on offer, I might as well take it. We can get the pickup. We do. Should have passed forward. Dog's reaction's funny when you pick up the leash. Dogs love going for a walk. There's nothing better in a dog's life than going for a walk, I think. Your wife's gone for like 12 hours every day? Yeah. Long hours and the commute, no doubt. One thing we don't really have in New Brunswick is commutes. Like, not really. Pretty much nobody drives for more than like half hour to get to work. Pretty big benefit to the small town life. 3 slur. Skull, pow. Glad there's 3 dice there. Forward march. Guess we're not 3-dying the gutter. We're definitely blitzing the gutter. In fact, I'm going to do it before we even hit the lino. Whoosh. Smash the lino. Nice. We'll take a KO. You've had hour-plus commutes one way several times? Yeah.
We're going in full throttle.
Hey, Mr. Rocker Crocker. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Mm. Sanford Team's hot dog coming right up. No, I'm the wrong coach. I'm the wrong coach. War cry. I've got the human cheerleader too. We never customized this team. I think that's the default colors too. Sorry, Sif. That's the way I would react if I was told we were all in hot dogs too. Ah! Unacceptable lack of hot dog. It doesn't 3-die it anyway because this guy needs help. Why don't we just swing the cage around? Then we can do the blitz with some of the leftovers from this wrestler fight. Or we'll roll skulls. The pain of the no rerolls. I'm not no rerolls because I want no rerolls. I want one reroll. But I had another dwarf team with no rerolls. Or with one reroll and not leader. No leader. And leader is a cheaper reroll. So the experiment I'm doing with this team is to actually just have that one reroll, but through leader. Just made for some interesting games to start the team. Oh, the opponent's name, Oruku Saki, is Shredder. I did not get that. You try to do a 2-hour one-way commute to school? Oof. At least you'll get all your reading done. This guy is standings. In case we skulls twice in a row, which is a great way to lose a game of Blood Bowl. Not skulls twice in a row. Back to KO. Big. Oops. Got a runner? Back-to-back KOs? No more gutter runners on the pitch. Another armor break. Just stun. Well, we cleaned things up after that one squall. A smashing good turn. 2 stuns, 2 KOs. For 30k cheaper? Yeah. The leader rerolls 30k cheaper. I think this guy has passing tree access. If he doesn't, then it's only actually 10k cheaper. Pretty sure he does. Part of me wants to jam it in just so there's no concede. Yeah, I did say at the beginning of this game that the level is more important than the win. I'm just going to jam it in. I can't see him conceding when I stall, but I could. I say I can't see it, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised. I would just be sad. All right, thanks everyone for confirming. They do, in fact, have primary access. Stallers aren't ballers. You got a thrower and a gutter runner, so we probably lose this game now. To be perfectly frank, I believe we now lose this game. He's only got 6 dudes. Fine. Chorfs have no passing access? Nice. Be awesome if they were all dash passes too. It's a blitz! Maybe we won't lose the game. Kill that one gutter runner. Honestly, 3 died the gutter runner with the other 4. 3 of the other 4. You did call it smiles. The blitz incoming. Push, push, push. Push, push, push. Sure, harass the heck out of the gutter runner. He's not going to be getting the ball given to him this turn. One died POW. Right. It does make it slightly more viable to get him the ball this turn. Only a 4+. Wait, he has a reroll? He did burn his reroll early. He was a 1 reroll team, not a 0. Joe 1-0, a Shambling Undead. Nice. Excellent start to your tabletop league. Well, I like that idea, Mr. Rocker Crocker. A tournament where you get free passing skills. I like that idea. Instead of just building your team with any skills, you get like, you know, two agility skills, 1 passing skill, 2 strength skills. Nice. Glad I can help Joe. He ran away with the ball, but I don't particularly care about that. A lot of nonsense happening here. He spent the reroll on that. I guess he didn't want his gutter runner getting punched, but that's not even a tackler. The gutter runner getting blitzed by a tackler anyway. One passing skill, no leader for tier 1 and 2. Back to safety. But second safety. I don't want the retry. I want to blitz the gutter runner. Smashy, smashy. Armor broken. Shoulder broken. Oh, I feel the pain. That gutter runner has frozen shoulder now. What would it take to get me to play halflings? I've played a little bit of halflings. I don't really have a price set for make me play a team. You can offer a bribe, but I will consider it. But I think I'm going to try to slow down on Blood Bowl for a bit in the coming months. I've got my eye on a new game coming out called The Bazaar, which Criparian did a preview for. Crip is one of the biggest Hearthstone streamers, if you're not familiar with him. And The Bazaar is a card game coming up that he's super excited about, and he showed a preview of it and like went over the rules, and it actually looks like sick. And that comes out at the end of the month. I think I'm going to try streaming a bunch of it. I'm not hyped about the guy who created it. Not a big fan of him. He had a history of like being accused of cheating in Magic the Gathering tournaments. He was also a Hearthstone streamer. But, I mean, the game looks sick. And can you really hate somebody for their entire life because of a mistake when they were a kid? Maybe, but I think there's also something to be said for enjoying the artistic work of somebody. Like, doesn't mean you support everything they've ever done. For some people it does. Some people want to burn the books. What's the game? The Bazaar. But it looks like a crossover between Slay the Spire, Backpack Battles, and Storybook Brawl. It looks absolutely sick. Like it reminds me a lot of Artifact 2 with the depth of the game. But because it's made by a streamer, it's going to have like it's actually going to be streaming friendly for sure. Like it's just going to be a core part of what the designing. Where Artifact didn't work for streams at all because it was 3 lanes, and like you can push 1, 2, 3 on your keyboard to swap between lanes, but the viewer can't do that. So it was Artifact was really rough on viewers. That sounds like a pretty good beef to hold, Crab. And that's personal too, right? There's the difference between somebody who's wronged you personally and like cancel culture. Some cancels deserve to be stuck with, but like Jesus would teach us to forgive and forget a little bit too. Forgive and not forget. Is that what it is? I don't know. I don't have much Jesus education in me. Anyway, it's all just excuses. The game looks sick. I want to play it. Where before I was like, I will never play the Bazaar because that guy's a jerk. Now I'm like, well, the game looks sick, so I'll give it a shot. Like, if the game also had, like, crypto in it or something, I wouldn't trust it at all, but the guy who slipped Magic cards into his sealed deck at a Grand Prix can't really cheat you in his game. If there was crypto involved, he could. There would be an imminent rug pull. This 3-die. This game could not have gone much better. Well, actually, we had a guy die, so it definitely had room for improvement. Da 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 da. Ba 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 da ba ba ba. You had teachers actually taught you that legally the administration can't detain you and question you without your parents and lawyer present? It really takes the threat out of go to the principal's office. They're coming right for us. Not Skull, but not Pow. Just a bush. 4 Skaven left. He's forcing a go for it. Let's... Doesn't look like I'm going to score on my... We have won the game. Just 3-die the Blitzer. Ooh, we have 4 SPP on Dromo. Dromo's 3-dying the Blitzer for sure. With a retry here too. No, I just moved Dromo! I moved the wrong one! Purple chest gets it instead. We want a random anyway, I guess. I'm chasing 6 SPP for no reason. Da, 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 da. Oro, your game's locked up? Freezes, no sound, but no clock counting down, no players moving. What do you do? You can Alt F4 safely in this. It won't be a concede. Alt F4 and then try to reconnect, and it might fix it. Also, sometimes if it'll say right here underneath your opponent's name, waiting for player. That means your opponent's disconnected. But if I was you, I would try Alt F4 and then just try loading back in, see if it's in a different state. Oh, nice, Mr. Rocker Crocker. You're throwing 1 dice instead of dodging. That's the dwarf way. I haven't played Norse in a while myself. But the risk is the same, right? You're getting an armor roll on your crappy armor if you fail the dodge or if you roll the skull. There's just 2 ways to fail the dodge. You are allowed to do nothing, though. Doing nothing is Alright, so we should be able to get our leader now. Then we can crank in some Griff bonus SPP. Wow, my shoulder does not like being at the computer. I didn't even turn my computer on for like... But the bad news is, like, I think it started... My doctor diagnosed me with tendonitis. Rotator cuff tendonitis. But when I went for physio yesterday, she said I actually have frozen shoulder. Which lasts for friggin' 8 months. And it's like the shoulder joint is like a ball and socket joint, and there's a fibrous pouch that goes around it and encloses it and holds liquid in there, like a lubricating liquid. And frozen shoulder is like part of that sac. That sac is not normally, it's not like an elastic sac, but normally it's like oversized enough that it lets you have your full range of motion. That this condition is something to do with that sac getting like seized or whatever, and a couple of the connecting ligaments. So, like, I think that means I don't need to avoid being on my desk, but it's going to hurt being on my desk. And I need to correct my ergonomics so I don't get the friggin' tendonitis again. Like, I still need to let that continue healing the whole way. So I gotta redo my setup here and make sure I'm properly configured. Walking part of a city bus would have a lawsuit or die. That sounds like an awful idea. But I think, like, she also meant, my physiotherapist also mentioned getting a left-handed mouse, but that I'm worried that would also, when you have these kind of issues, you can end up getting the mirror because you overcompensate, and then, like, your other shoulder's just going to start to kill you. As Matt, as you slouch out your chair to get comfy. Yeah. I think a big part of it too is like I almost certainly have long COVID. They don't diagnose it in New Brunswick. I asked my doctor about like what do we do in New Brunswick for long COVID, and he said basically like not much. They do back to work stuff and psychotherapy, which from what I've seen from like research hospitals like the Chicago Hospital of whatever, I've watched some YouTube videos on long COVID, and there's that's like the opposite of what the cutting edge is saying. Like psychotherapy doesn't do anything. It's not in your head. And it's kind of insulting to be sent for therapy. Like, oh, you're not tired. You're just lazy. It's the message I get from that. So I'm pretty sure I have long COVID, which is probably hurting my ability to heal too, which is why like I was more susceptible to getting the tendinitis and now the frozen shoulder, which sucks. But I have this cut here. You can barely see it. I don't know if the camera will even pick it up. No, it's not focusing on it. It's almost healed. There's a little tiny pink spot, but it's not focusing. You can't see it. I hold it next to my face. Too far away. You can barely see it still, but it's from 8 weeks ago. I was doing some gardening and I think I skinned it with the tool I was using to pull some weeds up. Fairly deep cut. It did get pink around it, like so it was a little infected, but 8 weeks to heal. I don't know if that's normal. Mr. Crocker, that's scary. I do the same thing though when I'm out walking. I have crossed sidewalks aggressively and like trapped people doing left turns way too late. And like I get the walk signal and start going, and they either have to hit me or apply their brakes and be stuck blocking traffic because their left turn was done way after the arrow. In my city here, Moncton, people just turn left on that arrow way too late. Like, I'll go through and be like, I should have stopped. This was too aggressive. And like 2 or 3 people will follow me. Where I should have stopped. And like the consequence to that is like you don't like the oncoming traffic isn't going to start when their light goes green if you're still in the way. But there's not very many pedestrians in Moncton, so like the pedestrians are also being inconvenienced when you're doing that. And if a pedestrian starts walking, you're in trouble. So when I go for a walk, I might push it a little, teach some people a lesson or two. Yeah, your accident was on camera. That's good, Crab. Because at the casino, like a surprising amount of that job is just liability for accident claims. Yep, I write a report about it, save all the footage, like document what their footwear was. We do on SPP really well. 8 on the runner. 6, a 4, and a 4. So we get to do a bunch of randos here. Yeah, the big thing I have to figure out is like, if it's just pain management for half a year, that's fine. But I have to make sure I'm not making it worse. So I gotta change my desk setup and make sure it's ergonomic. Good postures. I have to take breaks. She said if you could take a break every hour and like do some shoulder rolls. She showed me some other stretches you could do too. Stretches seems to be the only thing you can do to really fix the frozen shoulder. Not really fixing it. Speed up the recovery. The good thing about frozen shoulder is it tends to actually fix itself. Like during that 8 months, it goes through 3 phases: freezing, frozen, and thawing. It just kind of fixes itself. It's a weird condition. Crazy crap. 40,000 a month for this new medicine. You didn't have to sign for it. It was just chilling in your mailbox. 40 grand a month worth of pills. Just dropped off. I don't know if those massage wands would help me. The physiotherapist didn't mention it because it's not muscular, right? It's a socket thing. It's a joint thing. So I think it's like it might help in general. Just like I think I have pretty tight shoulder muscles and stuff in general, so it could help a relapse or whatever, just actually being healthier. All right, let's do our randoms. First up, we got Drobo. Drobo gets grab. Drobo gets a lobotomy. Blobell. Blobell gets stand firm. That's good. We'll keep stand firm. I think we do likely want to random again. But what we could do is the very first stand firm we could just take guard so that we aren't playing too many games without any guard. But we can make that decision once we see if anybody else successfully randoms first. Like Casabar! And we actually do get our leader. I'm not randoming for that one. 30 pills a month for almost 40k is wild. Yeah, it's almost certainly you're paying for the research. Like a lot of work went into getting it approved and everything. And like if the condition is rare, or like if it's a painkiller, an anti-inflammatory or whatever, but it's designed for a specific purpose or it avoids an allergy or whatever, so that the patient base is small, they have to recoup that. So like it's probably got nothing to do with the fact that it has to incubate in like a horse for 8 years or something like that. It's just the research cost. Oh, you have a brain tumor from being deployed. Oh, like the gas bullshit that happened in Iraq. I heard there's a buttload of like long-term damage from that. The burn pits, rough. Well, hopefully these 40k pills do the trick. Good luck feeling better. May us all get better from our ailments. You're just a walking liability. Hey, they owe you though. You did your part. You earned it. All right, let's get a new Drobo and a new Casabar. Rid of these grabs. Did hit a stand firm though. I like that. And we got the we get the leader now. So we can crank on the griff juice here. They're trying to griff people. Oh, we did lose that other dwarf. So Blunt we'll have to get rid of. Serious injury. The new Casabar. We do need to hire a new player. We're lobotomizing the ones who randomed poorly, but the serious injury we'll have a hiring for that. So we'll do a round of marbles here. Unless somebody wants to bribe their way on the team, that is certainly welcome. Don't know if a shorter stream is worthy of of a tip, but should one arrive, you can get the bonus of a dwarf name. Rain, are you almost getting into fistfights for refusing to put your crew into a burn pit? Ugh. Or even near one. Blew a crater in the ground, blowing up a codex full of munitions you had found, and then you had to do a burn for everything that was left over. Gross. On a tiny little forward operating base. Ugh. So like everyone was just inhaling all of that shit. Yeah, and actually joking, this is healthy for us. Yeah, because like you guys knew. They probably knew too, the people giving you the order, and that's why they're paying for your $40,000 a month pills. Jerks. Top Tech last time on a TV didn't survive one game. That's the way of the Blood Bowl. All right, let's fire up some marbles. We're gonna wrap the stream up fairly soon, but we'll do marbles, get this name, and then I want to investigate World's team potential a little more. Tomorrow's stream we'll have to make a decision. We can do a little bit of poking around today. You guys are burning batteries too? Yeah, there's a lot of, yeah, gross. All right, exclamation point play to get your name on a marble. First step towards getting your name on the dwarf. Interesting course. It's a long one. Lots of variety, different paths. And a fun ramp that surely nobody will die on right at the beginning. Glory for the first marble to die. All right, we're gonna get started soon. Exclamation point play. These are your last 10 seconds. Good luck, everybody. Let the race begin. All right, we got John off to an early lead here. No, Sif actually takes the lead over. John and Sif first to launch. Whoa, Monkey with a huge jump. First to die. How did you get so much speed? You must have had 2 boosters. Both the boosters right next to each other. John and Sif were first to jump. They are in the lead. Ooh, John almost going off. No, he does go off, and Sif right behind him. Too much sideways momentum there. Panzer and Army and Sardonyx are alive. Let's zoom out so you can see where you're at. Mr. Rock Crocker in the back. Intentional foul, making moves, but it looks like a 3 marble race. Can Panzer get smooth through this last obstacle? No, he slowed down. Army gets through pretty quick. Army might be able to take this. There's not much else to change the order here. It's a pretty big lead. There goes Panzer into the divide. And Thyron comes out of nowhere for a new 3rd place, but it's going to be pretty hard for Army to fail this. The Ghost Marble's a little bit misaligned. There must be been an update. This looks like Army's victory. Yep, that was the last scrambler. A smooth win for Army. Welcome aboard, Army. YouTube still talks about the subathon. Oh, thanks, Campy. I'll make sure to fix that for tomorrow. The description I have to manually edit. It stays the same every time I go live. Your NDAs have NDAs? What Swaddle's working on a hazard job, removing soil off site, and there's a creek running through it. I'm sure that didn't spread everything everywhere. Kids playing in the creek downstream. Oof. Yeah, and you got an NDA. Some NDAs don't hold water if there happens to be illegal stuff going on. I want to take the risk of being a whistleblower. All right, Army. Are you on the team already? We haven't played this team in a while. I'm not sure who's on it. There was no Army. There is now. We got Army 91 BH8. Bam, welcome aboard. All right, let's get our coach fixed here in the customization menu at least. So we don't have a hot dog shortage again. I can fix the other stuff later though. Okay, so Worlds, I have to lock my team in by Thursday. Today's Tuesday, so I think we make the choice Wednesday. But I want to look at the options a little bit more. So yeah, my gut is Necro's the closest to what I'm like experienced at playing. But this is one sample Necro team. There's not a lot here. And I don't think this is right. Like there's nobody that can run the ball. So I think we at least want a Blodge Ghoul. And I'm not positive about the Tackle Wolf. Like maybe we have to neglect Tackle. Which I don't... Like that was the other angle I was coming at this from, but I have no experience with that kind of team. But just going... Like I'm sitting here make the tough decision of maybe I don't want the Tackle. If you can assume other people are also going to do that and not take much tackle, then you can just go like a 6-Blodge Dark Elf team and probably have a pretty good time. The problem with that is I don't have an experience playing that team.
Is that a goddamn tank?
Frenzy is poor man's tackle. Yeah. I think the tackle has to turn into either sure hands or block for Ghoul. But I also, like, we don't have a dirty player either. A dirty player zombie might be worth getting in here. Dirty player does make me kind of want to bench. We get a bench by ditching, like the...
Impressive.
I guess the Ghoul isn't enough. The Ghoul is just short of enough to get... Oh, no, because we have a cheerleader. So we ditch the cheerleader and the Ghoul, and then we get a dirty player zombie and a bench zombie. And then we have a claw mighty blow and we have a dirty player. So like hunting removals is kind of my preferred playstyle. And that would be the way to hunt removals here. Then we end up going against dwarves. So we do have the claw mighty blow. And he actually likes guard instead of block on the flesh golems. I hate not having block. I could see it being right. So he runs like 4 guard? Does he actually guard up the wraiths too? Like a guard wraith is done. I think the guard wraith is the right thing. A guard wraith is just a done piece. You don't even want anything more on it. like in the ladder situation. Yeah, if he does 4 guard. That would actually probably be like the beefiest team. Like having 4 guard and 2 4-strength stand firms. That would be tough for most things to actually battle. Because like if you're lizards, then you had to take block, you neglected guard yourself. If you're orcs, orcs could probably battle them. And then like Nurgle and Chaos don't exist. Drop a flesh golem for all the speed pieces? We already have all the speed pieces. You only get 2 ghouls on Necro. Undead get 4, but you only get 2 here. Yeah, orcs are the only team that can actually outstrength it, yeah. Plus you also, like, the foul appearance makes blitzing the race really unpleasant. Talking about dropping a ghoul, yeah. So you think drop a flesh golem instead of a ghoul. Flesh golems are sick. That's true too. Like the block on the flesh golems is trying to be able to take punches with them. Where if we do guard instead, then they're letting me like blitz with the claws, hit with the race. If the claws don't make sense. Yeah, the flesh golems are too sick. I don't think that's viable. And they like ghouls suck. Like I don't mind dropping a ghoul. So, okay, let's do that. Let's drop these. Drop the tackle. But then do we want a dirty player or do we want a ball handling skill? The thing about dropping, if we drop tackle here, then this werewolf becomes viable to run the ball in a lot of situations too. You like caution, you like block or tackle, yeah. Yeah, keep both ghouls, don't get a bench, don't worry about fouling. I can still foul the zombies if there's a really good foul on one of the premium positionals. I guess that's the other thing about like fouling high quality targets is what you want to do. Like on the ladder, you get a sneaky, a dirty player and you go murder their 200,000 team value, whatever star. But because of the NAF rules, they're like, they're not, there is no star. Like war dancers, war dancers, witch elves, and other people's werewolves are premium, but a lot of teams is just going to be pretty flat, and there's nothing in particular you want to kill. Like against orcs, there's no one piece is going to stand out and demand getting fouled. All right, I think I talked myself out of the dirty player. We do have 3 rerolls, so I think I want block over sure hands. I guess the big difference there, though, is that people are going to know that people are skipping sure hands. So like the anti-strip ball part of sure hands actually matters a lot more here than it does on ladder. Like all of the agility teams, which actually will be present, there's going to be a fair amount of strip ball out there. Yeah, doing no block wolves made you nervous. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Necro wasn't high on my radar at first, but now that I didn't get any practice in this format, I think this simulates high team value ladder the best. Hey, Bowser. Thank you for the raid. Hope your stream went great. Always good to have an old friend stop by. We're just wrapping up our stream here now. Deciding what team I want to play in Worlds for Blood Bowl. The deadline snuck up on me. I have to pick my team now. We are going to wrap today up pretty soon. This is the world rules, Mr. Rocker Crocker. I think that's the... You summoned the link for it, yeah. Yeah, this is the rules. Let's double check that this team was right. Okay, so Necro... Tier 2. So cash allowed to start 1.16. There's no way to really see where we're at there. And I get 5 primaries and a secondary. Okay, so 40, 80. We're 80k above. So that's 1.16 million. Yeah, okay, so the build is correct. We already spent it on a cheerleader. Yeah, cheers, Meowser. I sure don't want to run Nurgle. Yeah. What did Nurgle get? Nurgle get 7 skills and 1 secondary. What do you even do with your secondary? It's a blodge ball carrier? No, because you can't stack skills. You could stack skills. What's the rules for stacking? Stack 2 primary skills is possible on 1 player only at the cost of a secondary skill, in addition to the 2 primary skills. And only for tier 2, 3, and 4. Dirty player sneaky get is banned as a combo. Can't stack them. You're playing Space Marine? Nice. Dealing with a lot of Nurgle and Chaos. Man, I've been playing a lot of Warpforge, the 40k card game. That's my first exposure to the... Okay, so guard. I do like the idea of guard. This does, like, having a 4-guard team. Who else gets to have 4-guard? Like dwarves do, but they're underpowered. Like 4-guard against dwarves is actually pretty strong because they don't have any 4 strength. And they have sure hands versus block. So block. Let's see what is ball hawking us. Let's say there's both a wrestler and a strip ball that can come after us. Then like block doesn't do anything. The strip baller would have to, if it comes after us, wrestle would keep us from... Wrestle wouldn't do, or block would keep us from failing to him, but they could come hit with the other guy. But you're making them come hit with the other guy, so then pushes don't hurt you. Yeah, if they could hit you with either a wrestler or a strip baller, block is still the better skill. I think, like it, because block makes both downs not hurt you, but there are 2 pushes on the dice. So push, and stumble all get unlocked by strip ball. I guess the difference being they still have to recover. And then sure hands has the benefit too of protecting you from reroll usage, which is still relevant, especially running around with 4 things I am going to be punching with that don't have block. So we might need all 3 rerolls for the 1 and 9s. Yeah, Dark Elves I think you play if you want mass blodge. So Dark Elves I don't think are going to be strip balling. Yeah, Wood Elves will have a strip ball War Dancer. Pro Elves I'm sure would have a strip ball. And Skaven will probably have a strip ball Gutter Runner. Drop the Mighty Blow and take block? You think it's 100% better? No. If you're willing to reroll a both down, then it's better to be on Mighty Blow. And quite often I would greed reroll anyway, right? So picture the turn one, I'm doing my killer hit, and they, for some god awful reason, they exposed a good piece. So I'm like hitting a ghoul or a werewolf or whatever, or like a orc blitzer with guard. Like I get to hit something valuable. So I'm running up and I'm hitting him valuable, and I rolled both down push. Like I am a believer in re-rolling both down push. Anyways. So like I would also re-roll both down if we both had block. So like you're not saving any re-rolls by having block. I guess what I might be underestimating though. Sorry, I'm all scatterbrained. I'm not finishing my thoughts. My fatigue is pretty bad right now. But the yeah, I think having Mighty Blow Claw is better if you're willing to re-roll both down anyway. If you're in a situation where you would just bonk and stand next to your opponent, that's different. But like you want to get your werewolf out of dodge too. You don't want your werewolf stuck in there. But what I might be underestimating with block is how many valuable targets are around that don't have block. So now we're not re-rolling both down to save a turnover. We're just, the both down is just bonking their guy and getting the kill. So like other people's flesh golems that are built like this, if they have a black orc with guard, you can hit them with block. But I think if we feel that way, we put block on this one. If we do feel like there's going to be some both down vulnerable top tier pieces to murder, I think we put block on the other werewolf. And we actually just run the ball on the other werewolf. If that's not, like, if it's a match where that's not the situation. OWA does a lot better than dwarves in the NAF format. Yeah, a little bit of speed goes a long way. And the efficiency of your team doesn't matter at all. Last Worlds, I lost to dwarves in OWA when I played Underworld. Yeah, I don't think it's right to drop the Mighty Blow for block. You do get 2 skills for it. You do actually get 2 skills because it's a secondary. So you get to go to skill set A instead. So we would get 7 primary skills instead of 5+1 secondary. So there's extra value there too in the fact that you don't have to like, it's not just comparing block to Mighty Blow, we're comparing 2 block to Mighty Blow. So I can go Sure Hands Ghoul, block on both wolves instead of a Mighty Blow wolf. But the whole reason I'm playing Necro is to get kills with a claw Mighty Blow. So I think if we continue down that line of thought of, oh, play it safer, get a couple block claws instead of Mighty Blow Claw, and then it's like, well, okay, we should probably just go play a different team at that point. Like 6 block lizards might be better. Strip Ball and Frenzy don't actually go great together. Because like you strip ball on the first push, but you have to keep rolling more dice. I guess maybe you can like shove him away from where the ball scattered. That actually might not be the worst. Six block lizards would be boring. My problem with 6 block lizards is it's not a style of Blood Bowl I have a lot of experience with. This like weird positioning that you see in these low team value tournaments. That's not my strength. So it's a weird discussion we're having here where you know, a lot of us are talking and trying to find the best team for the tournament, but I need to also find the best team for me. Like, I'm going to win by actually getting removals with a Claw Mighty Blow. The way I try to win on the ladder. The Underworld's Cave and Blitzer can get Claw. You can't get Mighty Blow though. Now you have to do a stack. That is interesting though. Where are Underworld? Yeah, it's the same tier. So you're still going 5+1, but now you have to spend 3 skills on your killer. But you gain block. You gain block. But you're looking at what, three other skills on your Underworld team after you build a killer. So Blodge Gutter Runner. Like I did Underworld last year, just lost to Dwarves and OWA. I don't think I want to repeat that. Drop a tier, take Chaos. Chaos are unplayable. Chaos are unplayable. Don't get enough skills to make them do anything. Chaos are misery in 1 in 9 town. Like Baby Chaos is basically what you're playing. Keep the can opener, Jason. Yeah, but I am coming around to block on the other wolf. We get one more skill on this team. It's sure hands on a ghoul, block on a ghoul, or block on a wolf. I don't know if what balling is correct. I'm coming around on sure hands because of the amount of 1 in 9s we're potentially going to have to reroll with our 3 rerolls. Is it overtime rules? It's a weird hybrid format.
Hey, you guys.
So group phase is we're all divided into groups of 4. We round robin. So 3 matches in that round of 4. Top 2 in each group move on. So they're going to kick half of us out in the group phase. This is played with ties. There's no overtime. Knockout phase is played with overtime-ish. It's actually best out of 3. So huge fan of that. Like, there's a lot of randomness in Blood Bowl. It should not be best of 1. So that's a huge improvement over last year. But that only applies on these phases. But this isn't single elimination up in the group phase anyway, so. When it becomes single elimination, it is best of 3. That's one of the best intros. Hey, you guys. So yeah, this is being best of 3 is great, and it's a weird best of 3. It's you play 2 games if there's a clear winner, 2 games with ties. If there's a clear winner, you play a 3rd game with overtime. If there isn't a clear winner. So if you get a draw and a win, you've won. You don't play game 3. If you get 2 draws or you split and each win 1 game, then you do game 3 with overtime. You actually like a wrestle ghoul, a ball hawk. Why not wrestle werewolf? Like the frenzy's really good on that piece, and the higher movement is good too. So if we did want a ball hawk, I think that's better off on the wolf. Maybe it's putting too many eggs in one basket. We still have a skill. The wrestle would be instead of a ball handling skill. Block being a ball handling skill. Yeah, I guess that's the other that's the other reason to put Wrestle on the Ghoul, is so he's more defended. Because most of the early game is going to have to be trying our best to make sure they can't blitz a Ghoul. And the Wrestle Ghoul could get exposed and actually used as a part of a screen. Yeah, Apostastis thinks I get good return on sure hands, and I think the reroll protection is actually valuable too. Wrestle doesn't devalue the claw if you don't have block, like, as an alternative. So that's why, like, Wrestle on the Ghoul is just better as Wrestle on the Werewolf, but block on the Werewolf might be even better. But if we did think there would be valuable targets running around without block, like these 4 pieces, like if you were going to play against my team, if I knew a mirror match was coming, that it's block here for sure. The block Werewolf can run around and murder. I guess that's devalued by the fact I also just want to be hitting with the Mighty Blow one. Maybe only 1 killer's fine. Yeah, Necro don't have any passing access. Secondary, so Necro can't take a leader. Also, leader doesn't do anything for you in NAF. Like, the efficiency doesn't do anything for you. I had tackle on the Werewolf at first, but we ended up cutting it for a ball handling skill. That's the phase we're at right now. Yeah, there's a really good chance there'll be strip ball running around, so just having a sure hands Ghoul is quite good at invalidating that. It keeps the dodge actually being a good skill too. But we cut the tackle because of Frenzy. You know, we have a little bit of insurance against a dodge heavy team. That's only true, Mr. Rocker Crocker, if there's no strip ball. Yeah, it was rare in that kind of event, but it won't be rare here. Probably like 20% of our opponents will have a strip ball. Not like strip ball war dancers exist. There'll be a couple, I bet. It would be nice to see what everyone else was playing before making a decision. Does the sure hands go on the wolf or the ghoul? I assume the ghoul, because dodge is actually still good on the ball carrier too. And their sure hands shures up the dodge, so we don't get stripped. I think the dodge is better than the plus agility, or plus movement. Part of me just wants to not have ghouls, but you don't gain anything from that. It's not like you can drop a ghoul and get another skill. I would drop this ghoul for block here, but that's not how the team creation works. Benbow, you're doing the 6-block Saurus? Yeah. I thought about that. That is probably like the viable team that would fit me the best, but I'm not confident in like low skill open field positioning going well for me. We did consider dropping a ghoul for 2 zombies, but that was in tandem with taking dirty player instead of sure hands. Once I gave up on the dirty player, I gave up on the bench. Da, 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 da. Drop the mighty blow. Yeah, like the whole reason we're playing the team is the mighty blow. If I'm dropping the mighty blow because I'm going to be afraid of 1 and 9s, we go play that Saurus team. Do I have the lizard team built? I mean, it's so. I assume I just didn't bother because it's just so easy to build. But yeah, this was my next choice. Team. So lizards, what tier are lizards? Same tier? No, top tier. They get 6 skills. Do you yeah, I assume you still get everything. Do you get a chameleon? Maybe you don't get a chameleon. 1.15? No, I guess you don't get a chameleon. Which is fine. Chameleon's debatable if it's even worth it or not. It's almost like the tier was created for this team. Yeah, and then you get your 6 skills and it's just block on everything. You just go block. I don't know why this is just the default, but like when people talk about this tournament structure, it's just 6 block lizards. I don't know if people tried like 4 block a mighty blow and a guard, but I guess you just don't really need a guard because you're already 4 strength. And it's not like you're running up against 7 guard teams. Six guard. That might be the way to play Black Orcs. You could 6 guard Black Orcs. Yeah, this is another solid choice. I think I could probably do pretty good with this team. And I think this team would be like what you're saying, Crab. Like, I'm gonna get pissed off at the 1 and 9s. Well, this is what I play. I don't make the Necro better at not rolling 1 and 9s. I just play this. We don't really need a mighty blow because you do have a big guy. You have a mighty blow. I thought Mighty Blow should just do Dark Elves. Yeah, I mean that is a choice too. I think I am honestly better at. I would be better at playing an agility team like Dark Elves than a strength team that doesn't have murder written all over it. Like a bash team that ain't bashing yet because the team value set is too low. I think is more foreign to me because you just speed through that on the ladder. I haven't put any time into trying to get good at that. Where dodge heavy Dark Elves might be better for me. Choice here is bench versus reroll. Oh, the rerolls are 60k. 70k, yeah. So you can actually drop, you could get a bench and a chameleon. Chameleon helps you on your, like a 2-turn drive. But the regular lizards are better on the full drives. I might have a Dark Elf team built for this already. Your theory crafting during the subathon. No, I never got that far. I did Dark Elf, or I did Wood Elves. But I played a few games with Wood Elves and determined that Wood Elves are not the right spot to play Blodge. Like the 2 strength on these guys just makes this Blodge spam incorrect. So this team was fun. It did seem viable, but I think you want Dark Elves, not Wood Elves. Should just take OWA? I think OWA is probably worse than Lizards for me. OWA gets so many skills. But OWA is too foreign too, I think. Like, I should have practiced more, but like the stream title says, I didn't do my homework. And like I was saying earlier too, when the Bazaar comes out on the 31st, I think I plan to jam a bunch of that. The stream will probably pivot away from Blood Bowl over to Bazaar. It's not like I'll be practicing mid-tournament that much either. You get a block tree. Smashy, smashy tree. Let's take a look at Dark Elves. Where you at, Dark Elves? They're hiding from me. So, like, this team feels really viable, if I don't let anyone know I'm playing it. I don't know if anyone is going to build their team to beat me. You should. I am very bad at this stuff. If Andy Davo leaked his team, then I could see you taking an extra tackle if he was vulnerable to it. But for the love of God, for both of our sake, do not try to beat me by skewing your pick. Okay, so Dark Elves are top tier, 1.15. Huh. You only get one witch, I guess. I guess you don't need an apothecary. Apothecary seems like it's really good in this, though. Like just fixing a KO on the first couple turns, or a badly hurt later in the first half. Seems like it's well worth the 50k. Sure, there won't be dwarves. There'll be some dwarves, but like you have the speed and whatnot to beat dwarves. Yeah, the team value the team value is too low for 2 witches. It does hurt your blodge count. How many skills do you get though? You get 6 skills. So like that's 4 dodge, a 5th blodge, and then I guess yeah, your runner can take sure hands. I don't know if you need sure hands on runner because he's got the dump. Oh, you could take leader and 2 reroll, and then you get a witch. Interesting. So that is the use for leader in this format, is getting more cash to build your initial team, which is coming up here. Dodge runner. Dodge runner. This build and just dodge runner is probably the way to most take advantage of people ignoring tackle. And like, yeah, you'll run into the dwarf player, but you know, his guard spam isn't that relevant. So you're kind of both invalidating part of the other's plan. But all of the other matchups, you get to just be the Amazons. Oh, imagine if Amazons were in. Take another player? You can't afford another player. We've got 60k to spend. You could dump the runner and grab 2 Lino that way. They'll have 1. Yeah. I expect most teams to have 1 tackle. But then, like, my Necro just cut the tackle because it has Frenzy. So if people try to skimp on tackle, those are the ones you're really trying to beat. And 1 tackle is not enough. Like, you just stick a Lino on it. If you can get their 1 tackle distracted. And the 1 tackle can't take down 6 of your guys either. You can do his blitz with it, but when you're at a phase where you need to do a bunch of basing to put pressure on, you just go base all of his black orcs and make him throw 1-9s into you. That actually seems pretty good. Then, like, he whiffs a bunch of hits, he knocks one of them over and stuns him, and is unable to build a cage. Drop a blitzer? I don't think you want to drop a blodge. The whole point of this is blodge. But yeah, dropping a witch for the apothecary seems good. I mean, the apothecary is going to be a witch a lot of the time. She's very expensive. And it lets you put a skill on the runner instead of the second witch. You kind of like that. Oh, I didn't do the purchase. Okay, good. It stayed in the cart. It'd be sad if I had to buy it all again. Do you like dropping a blitzer instead of the witch? You do. That is an option. She's only we have that extra 10k. Yeah, the witch is faster. The witches jump up. The witch is frenzy. But the witch has 1 less armor too. It does kind of depend on the style you're going for. Like if I wanted to do like ball hockey elves, then pro elves and wood elves become more of the option there. Where I think the whole point of this dark elf build is to just blodge the frick out of them. And play base all man's elves. And I think there's kind of 2 strategies you can use, like, against the 1 tackle. And that is mark their tackler and then set up a screen with all your blodge guys. So the only blitz they could do is into blodge with one of their non-tacklers. Or you go ahead and you when you do a base all man's, you have a lot of invulnerability. So you probably try to burn 3 or 4 turns off the clock with plan A and then switch over to base all man's mode and make it so they can't cage. And I think she takes wrestle. Ball hockage. Although a lot of ball carriers, by the looks of things, are not going to have block. And then yeah, give this guy dodge too. Although I don't know if I like dodge on him as much either. Like, if you want to lean into the dump off, he doesn't need skills. So if he's caged, he doesn't need skills. And then if they're cage diving, or if you were in a desperation potato, hopefully you have a dump off target for it. The cage dive, you definitely do. And if you're potatoing it, it could be tough to actually position it such that you have like one of your blodges you can dump it to. But dump off and defensive skills gets weird because when they declare the blitz, you have to do the dump. So do you hold on to it and trust your dodge, or are you going to dump? If you're going to dump, then there's no point in having dodge on him. Kick is kind of an option. We could do kick, we could do dirty player, we could just do dodge on a lino too. Speaking of dump, BRB. Go test dump off for us. You rarely want to dump off? Well, the thing is they can't cage dive you. Like they will not do a leap blitz into your dump off. I guess depending on the leap though, you just want to let the leap fail and not risk the 1 in 3. The 3+ rather. Dodge does save a reroll if you when you're just dodging away. Yeah. Yeah, dump off's not great in a cage situation. True. Like you say, a kind sir there. Like they can get if they can surround and mark your entire cage, you don't know where to dump it to. Dump off is a tool more for like to potato. If you stalled a little too long and now you're stretching to go for the final touchdown, you can build that screen where they can do a corner cut, double go for it, hit you, and potentially have somebody also behind the screen. So like you're blocking either the above or below, and then you can dump to that guy. And then if you don't like dump off, should you even have the runner? What do you gain from him? You lose an armor, you gain a movement. Assassin's even more expensive. Could take an assassin instead. Hey, Yuri. 3 a.m. Twitch. Hope you get back to sleep soon. Hope I have the qualities of a lullaby. We're wrapping up soon. We're going over world's potential teams. I have to make my choice by Thursday. There's some consideration for like a tackle. What does leader save us? Leader gets us the other witch. So instead of giving this guy dodge, we give this guy leader, and then we get dodge on a witch. It's actually probably the right pick. We go leader, we fire a lino. Fire a reroll. That should give us a witch. Wait, what the hell went wrong with the team value? Why didn't that work? Did it leave the value for the lino? I think it did. Maybe if I just back out and back in, it'll fix it. I think it bugged out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, it's showing the skills. It's showing the skills. That's all it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 skills. 120 you take off. Yeah. We still have 20k. We get to buy a couple cheerleaders. Oh yeah, I guess if we want the witch to have a skill, we drop one of the dodge on the blitzers. That's probably better than having a skillless witch. Assistant coaches are better than cheerleaders, but cheerleaders look better than assistant coaches. That's why I always take cheerleaders. Yeah, this feels better than giving dodge to the runner. We could actually just get a bench. The problem with the bench is it's a lino, where the apothecary is a bench a lot of the time, but it brings back one of our blodge guys. Where the bench would let us foul. So how much better are our top 5? Honestly, this guy too. So we've got 6, if not 7 players that are better than, like, way better than the rando bench. If your team was much more equal in power level, then bench over apothecary, or if you really want to foul. Yeah, so like going for a bench on like an underworld team is way more impactful than a bench here. I think Crab, yeah, I think Underworld is the pick for you, Crab. With a lot of the points you're bringing up. Underworld foul great, they get a cheap killer. Like they get the Claw Mighty Blow block killer. And they can foul like crazy. Oh, I think I did Juggernaut Rat Ogre. You get 3 skills beyond the killer. I think I did Block Gutter Runner, Juggernaut Rat Ogre. The team's got to still be here. I don't have to think about it. What did I do last year? It was Underworld. Yeah, Mr. Page's Underworld. So this was what I used last year, which presumably the same rules. I would block Thrower. I did not take the killer. I put a head on the Gutter Runner. I was aiming for 1 turns. Juggernaut, extra head. And then my Line Rat's got all the levels. Dirty Player, Wrestle. So you have to get rid of your tackle and 2 of these skills. What's my secondary? I didn't take one. I guess the rules were different. Did I advance with my dwarves, Yuri? No, we got knocked out last round by Dio again. Dio kicked us out of the playoffs, both season 4 and season 5. A round earlier this time. Rounds earlier? I don't remember. You get to foul a ton with this team, but they nerfed swarming. Worlds had swarming last year. Why did these guys all have SPP? What happened there? Yeah, it's not like the 2+ dodges everywhere are pretty fun. That's why it sucked. I had to play against. I lost to dwarves and OWA. It was double elimination last year. I think I did beat somebody in between the two. I beat a human. But there's some big pros to this team. Not this particular build, but like the Juggernaut into your Gutter Runner for a really good 1 turn. And then this could be converted into a killer. And I think you only get 3 skills. If you're taking a killer, we would get like block on the Gutter Runner, Juggernaut here, and probably block on the Thrower. Go block Jugs. The dirty player was nice, but you can just foul with the stuff. And you foul constantly with this team because you're just insane bench. I don't think that's the angle I want to go. We do have three nice builds. We can refine and pick from tomorrow. Lizards might be the pick. Halflings in there? No, they basically made it so the halflings and goblins aren't viable because they were brand new. They got lumped in with all the other bottom tier. They didn't get their own tier. So normally there would be a tier 5 for the stunties. They just left them completely unviable. There's no inducements either, so you can't get a chef. So the rule set makes them basically banned. If they're your favorite team by far, you can play them, but horribly crippled. That's pretty much where we were at with the Dark Elves KMB, but yeah, turning one of the blitzers into the rookie and giving the other witch a skill does make sense. Like just making her protected from both down, I think is pretty key. So she doesn't just get murdered by a blitzer. Let's actually switch this build to that. Yeah, no stars on the roster, no bribes, no chef, no stunties. Oh, you thought we were just making a team to play? No, we're theory crafting for Worlds, which starts up next week. I have to have my team submitted by Thursday. One block witch, one wrestle witch. Seems pretty good too. So the block witch can go hunt stunties, and the wrestle witch is there for actually taking the ball. But now they're both defended. You only get 5 blodge. The wood elves have more, but 2 strength blodge is not. It's not good at base all mans because they just get the 3-die hit too easily. Like a 3-die hit into a 3 strength is basically not a play you can ever do. Like with your blitzer. So 3 strength v 3 strength blodge, it's going to be a 2-die. Unless you've already lost and you don't have any players left. Where 2 strength against 3 strength, they'll 3-die that a lot. And 2 strength against 4 strength is trivial to 3-die. Yeah, that witch, the blodge witch could just be the ball carrier too. Yeah, Yuri, if you want the link here, this website with the rules is !worlds in chat. But there's tiers for the different teams, and then you get a starting team value and skill sets you can pick. So for Dark Elves, they're tier 1. We start with 1.15, and then you get to add on, like you buy all your stuff with that, and then you add skills on afterwards. We end up higher team value. So you can either do 6 primary skills or 4 primary and a secondary. If we wanted a Mighty Blow Blitzer, we could have that. But it would cost us 2 of our other skills. I think Dark Elves are better against Dwarves than Underworld are. So if you want to try to like dodge, spam, abuse your opponents, lack of tackle, but want to be slightly better against dwarves. But dwarves does suck to run into with this team. They just invalidated half your skills. Yeah, maybe you could outplay them and get some surfs and stuff. Surfing is really good against dwarves. But I think I like the Necro. I think for me, the Necro build we came up with, I think, is probably the best. That's true too. Yeah, dropping the dodge does make you better in the dwarf match too. Giving another block instead. You have the same amount of blodge either way, but now you're better against dwarves. Yeah, the only like I do like the guard on these guys. The block was pretty appealing, but it being pointed out to me that because it's so low team value, this team is actually probably one of the bigger bullies. If you guard. I don't know if anyone else is going to have 4 guard other than dwarves and orcs. In dwarves, you do get to like you have your 4 strength and your claw mighty blow. So I think we're favored against dwarves anyway. And then orcs are just gonna be a pain in the butt for anyone. They're top tier. They get 6 skills, so they're gonna get a tackle, a mighty blow, and like 2 block, 2 guard. So they're gonna be light on guard, but they have so much strength to start with. Ability, 9 skills. 8 skills and a secondary. You get block ogre. There's a really good spot to put your secondary. Renegades. Renegades also get 9 skills. You get block ogre, juggernaut, rat ogre, troll, guard, or nothing. Probably guard, because you have a lot of skills to go around. And then you have lots of room to still have a kick and a dirty player and all that junk. No, they're very viable. But I don't want to play one of these teams that are bad on the ladder because I don't have any reps in with that at all. Like I don't have any experience at this team value. Very little experience at this team value. But on top of that, like I don't want to play one of these teams that also just are not viable. But like Necro, I've played hundreds of games with Necro, so while not at this team value, I have confidence in my ability to Necro. Like I will build the stand firm backdrop for my frenzies and stuff. Like I know all those tricks. It still seems like an undercooked team. But the Dark Elf team actually feels kind of done. I don't know. We'll think about it. I'm going to wrap it up here. Get off the stupid mouse. I'm going to go do my shoulder stretches and then head to bed. Thank you very much for joining me, everybody. Let's roll the credits. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll get live. We'll make a decision here. We'll play a couple more games on the ladder. Hopefully I'll get live a lot earlier tomorrow. I don't have any appointments or anything planned for tomorrow. All kinds of medical stuff lately. So hopefully we'll get a nice longer stream in tomorrow. Earlier start. 4 or 5 games in. No lullaby, what do you do now? Sorry, Yuri. I'll let the credit music soothe you to sleep. Hope you fell asleep. We find where to raid you on to. Runbad raided me. I can't raid him. I can raid Von Rue, though. Von Rue. All right. Have a great night, everybody. Appreciate all your help with theory crafting these worlds teams. Yeah, thanks for the raid, Bowser.